Good evening. This is Crime Classics. I am Thomas Hyland with another true story of crime. Listen. A maiden's laughter. A maid of India with bells on her feet that jingle when she runs. She's having a lovely time. The picnic's been a great success, and now her husband's chasing her through the tall grass. Here he comes. For an older man, he's got a pretty good stride. And before she knew it, he had his wife circling around an almond tree. Caught her. Then the thing that ruined the picnic for everybody. Jealousy lurking nearby with a sledgehammer. Tonight, my report to you on Old Sixtoes, how he stopped construction on the BBC and I.
Crime Classics, a series of true crime stories taken from the records and newspapers of every land, from every time. Your host each week, Mr. Thomas Hyland, connoisseur of crime, student of violence, teller of murders. Now, once again, Mr. Thomas Hyland.
In 1880, the Great Sepoy Rebellion was already just a memory, and those who had lived through the 100 days of lance and torch and British Square had settled back with a tight little smile, waiting. Queen Victoria had been proclaimed Empress, and Lord Dundridge was saddling his first pony in the cool gardens outside Bombay. And to the west and south, Konkan province was welcoming spring. The soft winds up from the Gulf were cooling, and set asway the temple bells. Of other bells, however, those small ones held to the ankles of Boggy with golden wires, she set them asway herself. She seemed to always be running, from this task to that, from this person to that, on this mission or that. And one day she was noticed and admired and bargained for.
I have seen her, and am told you are her father.
As I am.
Has she been spoken for?
Many times. The young men of the village all...
Young men.
They have youth. What have you?
What I gave my youth for. Wealth.
And what would you give for my daughter, Bagi?
2 goats.
2 bullocks and a field to till. My daughter dances lightly to whatever music may be.
If I give you this, then I shall be poor.
If you be poor, then work. My daughter will wait home for you to kiss away the pain of toil. My daughter is slender as the reeds on the river, and as pliant. My daughter's voice is as the lute, and her hands are wings.
Enough. Enough.
Then it is done.
Done.
Bagi! Bagi! Come! Bagi, bow to your husband. Now, greet him.
I have waited long, my lord. Command me.
Command her he did, to dip 3 times in scented water, which was the custom, for they were to be wed this night, to bind her hair in the manner prescribed, to spend the appointed hour with her mother, the appointed hour with her father, and thus, anointed with fragrant oils and wisdom, to come to him in the place of marriage. And the vows were taken, and they were wed, and went to the hut of the newly married of the village, and removed their shoes before entering.
Beloved.
Yes.
You have 6 toes.
Since birth.
A good omen, husband.
Bagi, beloved.
Yes.
Draw closer.
Your command. Oh, husband.
First, a thing.
What?
In the village I come from, far to the north, a ritual which guaranteed identity.
I do not understand.
Identity, beloved. In case you forget who you belong to.
But...
Therefore, these I show you, beloved. Ochre, sienna, vermilion, and a needle.
For what reason?
The tattooing of you.
Please, please do not.
I command it. Be still! Yes. You may ask why I, Sonu, formerly of wealth and station, now hold spikes so that they may be driven by you into the ties which hold the rails. You may ask why I, Sonu, formerly of wealth, am now but an employee of the Bombay, Bengal, Calcutta, and Indian Railroad. You may wonder these things, and I will tell you. I have traded wealth for greater wealth. The lands which I had and the animals, these I bartered for a bride. And such a bride, a child of 18 summers, who is called Baki. Friend Ondu, muscular youth, wielder of the great hammer while I hold, come home with me, and I will show her to you. Will you come home with me?
Yes.
More wine, Dondu?
Well,
Of course he wants more wine. Fill high his cup. Have I not said it, Dondu? This treasure.
truly.
Sir,
Yes?
and what do you do on the railroad?
Well,
Marvelous things. With his hammer all day long he drives deep the spikes. More spikes and deeper than anyone else.
Oh,
Pour high my cup again. Weary and toil.
this is wine will soothe, husband. Drink.
Good wife. Good.
Sir,
yes?
the arms of yours could lift him as if he were a child and place him upon his bed.
Yes.
His bed is here. Sleep well, honored husband, toiler, bringer of bread to this happy house.
Aggie,
I know,
let us walk to where the night will wash over us.
I want to.
Come then.
Do you love me?
With all the might and passion that is the strength of me.
My husband has 6 toes.
It is written that this is a good omen. A man with 6 toes is said to be blessed.
In this way, he has brought you to me.
Tarry here.
They tarried, and the moon swung over from where it was and became for that brief time their moon, as did all the marvelous things of the night. And Bagi forgot all the vows she made to Sonu and made new vows to Dondu.
Forever, always, always and forever.
And Dondu made promises to her.
Tomorrow night, when the old man is asleep.
Here, forever, always, always and forever.
Which goes to prove, I suppose, that railroading men have a certain fascination all over the world. And Dondu of the BBC and I was certainly one who gave rise to the legend.
Baggy,
Forever.
there is a thing. Listen to what I say.
Yes?
This is wrong.
What is?
You are bride to an old man.
What evil bird hammers at your brain where conscience is, so that you say our love is wrong?
Did you not hear it? You are bride to this old man.
Then you want done with our love?
No.
Then what?
If you were widow,
If I were widow?
we would not sneak about as children who do evil tricks.
True.
Think of it, then. If you were widow.
Done do?
Yes,
I want to be.
and so you shall. So you shall.
And when they reached the village on the edge of it, where they said goodbye, they were startled for a moment. Suddenly it was morning, and they looked and they saw. The sky was blood red.
You are listening to Crime Classics and your host, Thomas Hyland. 35 years ago this week, a few hundred AEF delegates in Paris founded the American Legion. Today, in 17,200 posts, there are nearly 3 million legionnaires. Service to the community, state, and nation. Service to veterans and their families. These have grown to be hallmarks of American Legion activity, without which the nation and its people would be great losers. Happy 35th birthday, American Legion. Keep up your great work and continue to grow. And now once again, Thomas Hyland and the second act of Crime Classics, and his report to you on old Sixtoes, how he stopped construction on the BBC and I.
Each country has and is proud of its own history of railroading. It may come as a surprise to some that laying track in India has a lore unparalleled in railroading annals. To give you a hint, there's a saying out of Bombay that never did the tigers eat so good as when the BBC and I put down a steel through South Konkan, the place that concerns us here tonight. Consider the feat, if you will. 116 miles of rail through jungle, swamp, and wasteland. A body died there for every cross-tie. 116 miles of rail plunging progress from Taj Pahor to the sea. And, 2/3 of the way, the living legend of a man, Dandu. And at his feet, holding the spikes, an old man with a young wife.
Dandu, tarry a minute. Say the truth to me.
Of what?
Of my wife.
What of her?
Is she not beauteous?
Yes.
I see how you look at her.
Oh?
As young brother to me, happy for my happiness.
Yes. So no.
Yes.
The next spike. Sight it well. Get close to it and line it.
Yes.
Bring your head closer to it, old man, and make sure.
Midday and time for meal. Why do you stand with hammer poised over your head?
What?
The whistle has blown. Come, let us eat.
Yes. Let us eat. Tired, old man?
You are young. You would not know a sigh of happiness if you heard it.
Oh?
For I have just breathed one.
Oh.
Look how neatly my bride, my joy, my treasure has made for me my lunch. Grape leaves and chutney and coconuts too. And you, Dandu,
What I bought in the village. The same thing each day. Rice.
Would you like a grape leaf, Dandu?
Well,
I hunger not. Take it.
well,
I am an old man, and such richness as grape leaves and chutney does not agree with me. In truth, I would prefer rice, but I would not tell my treasure of it, since she pleasures so in cooking for me.
well, then take my rice.
What is it? What?
That was the young man falling over on his face, because the old man's wife had put cobra venom in the chutney, so the old man would die, so she and the young man could pursue their love unencumbered. But the young man, having eaten the poisoned food, became deathly sick. He had eaten a dose that would have killed a less strong man, but he was the mighty Dondu, and he did not die. A month later, he was well enough to tryst, and this he did.
I dared not come to you, Dondu, you know that.
Yes. Lovely one, what do you do?
Kneel to the gods for having preserved you for me,
Add a prayer, then, of your husband.
that he should die
For my love for you.
for your love for me. Therefore he must die.
And soon,
I will help.
together then.
Yes. Oh, yes.
But the precise opportunity never quite arose. Either there was someone near, or within calling distance, or the old man didn't rise to the bait. There was one night when the bride put a crate, a small and deadly snake, into Sanu's bed, on the very night that Sanu elected to sleep in the hammock outside. Something always seemed to go awry.
I cannot stand him. He must die, or I shall.
There is a festival next week for us at the railroad for the completed section. There he will die.
I cannot stand him. He must die, or I will.
And the days spun away, and a week, until there came a day of festival. And Mr. Graves of the railroad was concerned that everyone enjoy himself.
And what do you do, sir?
I am a spike holder, sire.
Each member of our team is as important as the other.
Yes, sire.
And who is this lovely child by your side?
My wife?
Oh, charming, charming. Rise up, child. Oh, charming, charming, charming. A treasure, sir. You are blessed, sir.
Yes, sire.
Enjoy yourself.
Yes, sire.
BBC and I want you to have a day you'll remember.
Yes, sire.
Good day, then.
Barky, did you hear him?
I heard.
He noticed me.
Yes.
Perhaps
Perhaps what?
this is the start of something, of position again, and wealth, as I was once wealthy.
Yes.
And perhaps again our own land and a house, and bullocks and servants. Beloved,
What?
in your eyes, am I old?
Oh, no.
Then look at me.
Yes.
What do you see?
Wisdom. A face which has pushed aside youthful folly to become lined with love and gentleness and knowledge.
But now, you,
What of me?
so youthful you are. Do you not sometimes miss the folly of youth?
Not I. But it seems that you do. Then let us be foolish.
How?
I will flee from you and you will chase me.
Yes.
Then catch me. Catch me, Sanu.
You remember the maiden's laughter, the maid of India scampering over the field, away from the crowd, and not running too fast so her husband can keep her in sight. And the maiden runs toward her lover, who is hiding in the tall grass with a sledgehammer, right near that tree where the old man caught his wife.
And now it is done.
Now it is done.
Hold me, hold me. As if
What?
a great burden had been lifted up from me.
Now you are widow.
And I must grieve. Then I will be bride again.
Yes. Now we will take this one to the place where I have dug his grave, and put this one in it and cover him with tall grass.
The stride of you as you walk, Dondu, the suppleness, the grace, and you belong to me forever. Always, always, and forever.
Here. Now the old man looks small there in the earth.
I wish to see him no more.
And I will cover him. Maggie,
Yes?
the thing we talked of,
Yes?
do it now.
Yes. Help! Help! Oh, help! Someone! He's dead!
Child, what has happened?
Dead!
Dead? Who are you talking about?
My husband!
But what?
Awful!
What happened? Tell me.
There, down there at the river's edge. We were walking there where the bank was moist. He tore the river, and the bank slid away, and he fell in.
He fell into the river?
Yes.
Oh, crocodile.
Do not say it.
Child.
I saw it.
Yes.
I saw it. He slipped into the river, and the current was strong, and then the crocodiles, and the river reddened. And
Hush, child. Hush,
now
hush.
I am widow. Now I am widow.
There was no question about it. Now she was widow, and she observed all the self-denials that ritual called for. For 6 months she went about clad in coarse garments, her skin whitened with ashes, her hair unkempt. And when the allotted time was done, she washed the mourning from her, and got out her best silk sari and the bells again, and went into the village and made it known that she was marriageable again. And it goes without saying that the first young man in line outside her father's hut was a hammer man named Dondu.
And what will you give to me for my daughter?
Peace of mind that your daughter is happy.
And what will you give to her?
My strength.
If I refuse you, my daughter?
There is no refusal. We have looked upon each other and found each other good.
Baggy! Baggy! Come! Baggy, bow to your husband. Now, greet him.
I have waited long, my lord. Command me.
I'll help you down, Mr. Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Graves.
I don't know why the company bothered to send you all the way out here, Mr. Collins, but...
BBC and I has a reason for everything, Mr. Graves. Now, let's look at it. Why you elected to build the spur right here. Why you have all these people building up the roadbed when you could run the road by way of Mudwa.
You stand here, sir, and see for yourself. Below, you see how the river curves?
Yes.
Yes, like an eel, in the shape of an S. Therefore, it would take 2 bridges to complete...
But the company chart had but one curve.
That's why we have men in the field, sir, digging.
Have them dig away.
So then you'll give a proper report of me, sir, with Mr. Glenn?
What's he want, that digger there waving at you?
Well, let's have a look, shall we? Tell Mr. Glenda it's all been well thought out and the spur will be completed before the monsoon. Yes, my man, what is it you want?
Look, sir, where I was digging to provide dirt for the roadbed.
Well, I'll be
Dreadful.
skeleton.
Dreadful.
No, look there.
Dreadful.
There's a thing.
Yes. 6 toes.
On each foot. Now, there's a thing.
Now, since burning was the manner of disposal of corpses, a skeleton in the ground was something to ponder. A skeleton with 6 toes now. Somebody remembered that an old man named Sonu had 6 toes and a young wife. So the young wife was questioned by the local authority, who happened to be Mr. Graves of the BBC and I.
Child, skull crushed in like that? He did not fall into the river, did he?
I cannot lie.
Yeah, well, then don't.
He did not fall into the river.
Nah, he was murdered.
He was murdered.
By a man of strength, according to the fracture.
By a man of strength.
Your present husband.
Yes.
Yes. You swear to this?
Yes.
You realize that he'll be hanged?
Yes. And what of me? What of me, Sahib?
When your husband is hanged,
Yes.
I dare say you'll be right by his side.
Her present husband was hanged. Then she was.
In just a moment, Thomas Hyland will tell you about next week's crime classic. Old Sixtoes, tonight's crime classic, was adapted from the original court reports and newspaper accounts by Morton Fine and David Friedkin. The music was composed and conducted by Bernard Herrmann, and the program is produced and directed by Elliott Lewis. Thomas Hyland is portrayed on radio by Lou Merrill. In tonight's story, Jane Webb was heard as Boggy, and Herb Butterfield as Sonu. Featured in the cast were Jack Edwards, Ben Wright, and Jack Crucian. Bob Lamont speaking. And here again is Thomas Hyland.
Next week, we will concern ourselves with a band of gay conquistadores who decided to conquer the land of Peru in the year 1540. Because of what happened to them, it's listed in my files as Francisco Pizarro, his heart on a golden knife. Thank you. Good night.
This Sunday night, Herbert Marshall stars as the Honorable Edmund Burke, British statesman and member of Parliament. Burke is the man who spoke so eloquently on behalf of American freedom during the Revolutionary War that his colleagues called him a traitor. Hear his story on CBS Radio Sunday night, when the Radio Hall of Fame, with Lionel Barrymore as your host, turns the spotlight back to this stormy time. The Radio Hall of Fame, on most of these same stations. America listens most to the CBS Radio Network.
Good evening. This is Crime Classics. I am Thomas Hyland with another true story of crime. listen. That's the way Robert, Robbie Boy Balfour, walked across the room when he was angry. And this was one of the angriest days of his life. The object of his disaffection, a schoolteacher. And this is what Robbie did. Hit the schoolteacher across the mouth with his leather glove, which was, in that day and age, a challenge to a duel.
Not me,
said the schoolteacher. Said Robbie. Went Robbie with his pistol. Tonight, my report to you on Robbie Boy Balfour, how he wrecked a big prison's reputation.
Crime Classics, a series of true crime stories taken from the records and newspapers of every land, from every time. Your host each week, Mr. Thomas Hyland, connoisseur of crime, student of violence, and teller of murders. Now, once again, Mr. Thomas Hyland.
In 1707, the current saying around Inverkeithing, Scotland, went something like this.
"'Tisn't bad enough we suffered the Glencoe massacre. 'Tain't awful enough about the Darien scheme, but they had to go and join up with England and call us now the United Kingdom."
Sentiments of the time among the kilted folk, whispers of bribery in the Scottish Parliament, threats of war, talk of open rebellion, a time of angers and furies. And between these passions, gentler ones.
"'Tisn't bad enough we suffered the Glencoe massacre. 'Tain't awful enough."
Hush, hush now, Robbie boy. You're saying that so often, I'm wondering whether you believe it.
I believe it plenty else. Why am I going away?
Oh, Robbie boy.
Aye.
Let's get to the party. Let's through with the harshness of it and come to its softness.
Aye. Aye, Glenys.
Or say to me something soft with those sweet lips of yours.
Aye. In Spain I'll long for you, Glenys.
Oh, they say the hotness of the Spanish sun makes a warm torrent of your blood, and ever and always there are Spanish maidens.
I'll not look at them.
Oh,
I'll not look at them.
aye, but they'll look upon you, handsome Robbie, bonny Robbie, and say things in that strangling tongue, and turn your head aside and make you forget a Hyland lass named Glenys.
Upon my father's tartan I swear it, and upon his burl. I go to Spain only to protest what is done here. This exodus of the Scottish young men will show them true how we feel.
Oh, I'm proud of you that you do not stoop to violence, that you do not stay to fight the English, but make witty protest by going away.
They'll see. They'll see.
Harsh again the conversation turns. Soft, soft, Robbie boy. Make soft words and close.
Aye, Glenys. Glenys of the heather. Glenys of the gorse. Glenys of the gloaming.
And you'll come back to me. And you'll come back.
Robbie Boy Balfour sailed away the next day, and some 43 days later he got to a city in Spain named Madrid, where he met some of his Scottish friends, and together they did protest Scotland's union with England. And at home, Glenys waited. She busied herself with spinning flax and arranging wildflowers and brief walks in solitude, the normal everyday things a girl did in Inverkeithing when her bonny was over the ocean. Then, on a day in April, an event in the village. Mr. Henry Stenhouse appeared.
I'm the new schoolmaster, knowledgeable of books and syntax, excellent with arithmetic and the sciences. Certainly do I boast of my penmanship. But look.
Oh, lovely.
And certainly for my manner of composition. For listen. You are comely, and you walk with the gentle sway of silken stalks.
Oh, lovely.
And was taken to the hearts of the villagers, for many of them had told each other their need for learning, and Mr. Stenhouse could fulfill it. So they gave him a celebration.
'Tis true, Mr. Macpherson. The sum of the square of the other two is...
Mr. Stenhouse! Mr. Stenhouse!
Yes?
May I speak with you for a moment?
Of what?
Of a favor to ask.
Favors us neath the moon are favors to become boon. Or so Radcliffe said, poet that he is.
Oh, neath moon then, Mr. Stenhouse.
Aha. Now, to the favor.
Oh, yes. I've a lad.
A lad?
A bonny, a love. And he's in Madrid.
Protesting?
Aye. And I wish to write to him of how I miss him.
You cannot write.
Only scratchings and simple words. But such as you...
Could help you.
Yes.
Tell you what to say.
Oh, yes.
Sweet words.
I want you to.
Glenys,
Aye.
a thing just happened.
What thing?
I saw the moon, and immediately then I looked into your eyes, and the stars were there. Come close to me, Glenys, so that I may look into a star.
Oh.
That I may press my lips into your hair.
Oh, Mr. Stenhouse. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no.
Come in. What? Glenys? I thought it was my landlady with my evening gruel.
I've come for the favor, Mr. Stenhouse.
To write your love, your bonny.
Aye.
Then sit there, and take quill to hand and write as I say it. My darling, my own sweet love, there is a wraith of mist over the heather now, and in it, mysterious, my beloved's heart beats. Or is the flutter of some red and crested bird?
Oh.
Or perhaps it is only this throbbing within me.
Oh, my.
Oh, my beloved, how though the space between, how I feel you near to me, cheek to your dear cheek, and my breath on yours.
Oh, look what I've done. I spilled the ink and...
Come to me.
I cannot help myself. Your words.
Dearest, dear.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Come back later, Mrs. Macpherson. I dinna want my gruel the new.
Yo te amo.
What does that mean, lass? Being in a strange country and finding need to learn the language.
I love you.
What does this mean? What it says here? La mujer está en la casa.
It means I love you. Everything means I love you. Put down the book, Robbie boy. Robbie,
Aye, lass?
I love you. You must know I love you.
Lass.
Sí, querida.
In Scotland far away, there's one to whom I've promised myself. She waits for me.
What woman waits for what man?
Glenys waits. I'd stake my soul on it.
And the days rolled into weeks, and the weeks into months. And in Inverkeithing, this was going on.
Oh, how sweet you are, Henry. Oh, you've sweetened my life.
While in Madrid.
No, Pepita.
And in Seville.
Sorry. No, little less.
And in Barcelona.
No, Rachel. No.
And in Cuernavaca, a town in Andalusia, famed for its beauties.
Well, No, I'm sorry, Madalena. I'm sorry, lass. No, I'm promised to another.
Well, listen how things progressed in Inverkeithing.
Glynis,
I love thee.
I've written it down and drawn a line beneath it and added it up and subtracted and added it again, and there is an answer to it all.
I love thee.
We'll wed.
Yes. Oh, yes.
There now.
Oh, how happy can a maid be? Oh, Henry.
Yes?
Robbie boy. What of him?
Oh, what of him?
What if he comes back?
Oh,
What if he comes back, Henry?
he'll not come back. Those young men who have gone to Spain, how many of them come back?
My own brother did.
Oh, for a week, and went back to Spain again.
Aye. Then there's not to bother of Robbie.
Not.
Then we'll wed. Come good Charlie Kensington Day, we'll wed. Come that day.
Making a vow like that, and not knowing that even as she said it, Robbie boy Balfour was on the high seas, sick of Spain and sick with love for Glynis. And there was a good wind and a good sea, and swiftly sailed Robbie into Scottish seas and friendly shores, and the remembered and loved weather of mists and leaden sky, away with the sun-drenched brightness of Hispaniola, on with the kilt and to horse.
I'm home again. So ride me to Glynis, you bonny steed. Ride!
Across moors and skirt the bogs, across glens, upland, and hooves on stone and field. And Robbie boy was at the home of his beloved.
Glynis! Glynis! Oh, the blush that comes to you. Oh, the blessed cheek, the softness.
we put the pewter, Glynis?
Who's he?
Who's he?
Robbie, this is Henry. Henry.
So that you'll know who I am, sir. So that there'll be no quibbling about it. I am the betrothed of Glynis. And when the sun comes up on good Charlie Kensington Day, we shall wed.
Is this the truth, Glynis?
Oh,
Say it, lass. Tell me, is it truth or no?
it's truth.
And now, sir, we were discussing, Glynis and I, of the placing of the pewter, so...
Sir, this mark upon the floor. I dare you to step over it.
And if I do, there will be a duel?
Aye.
I do not wish to duel. Therefore, I'll not step over it.
Sir, this bun block I put upon my shoulder. Knock it off.
No, for I do not wish to duel.
Then I'll put it down. And then this I do. My gauntlet in your face.
You want me to duel? Not me. Sorry? Not me.
Said Robbie. Went Robbie with his pistol.
You are listening to Crime Classics and your host, Thomas Hyland. No actors, no tricks, no special effects will be used in Night Watch, the new CBS radio thriller making its debut next Monday night on most of these same stations. Actual tape recordings are made at the scene of the exciting action met by a prowl car in its nightly rounds. These will be what you'll hear on Night Watch. A reporter and a police sergeant ride the Night Watch and bring out the authentic material you will hear. Night Watch, premiere next Monday night. And now, once again, Thomas Hyland in the second act of Crime Classics, and his report to you on Robbie Boy Balfour, how he wrecked a big prison's reputation.
A word to those who have grown rusty in their knowledge of the Code of Honor, as it was practiced in the early 18th century. The Scottish Code was different from all other codes in that seconds were dispensed with. Why, you ask? Well, it may have been because of the notorious Bruce Troiley affair, where the seconds were slaughtered instead of the duelists. Or it may have been because of the famed edict of Prince Jamie of Glon. Whatever the reason, and the reason is still hotly contested by experts, that is why Robbie shot the schoolteacher where he stood.
I gave him an opportunity.
But he wasn't armed.
Armed or not armed, he didn't want to fight.
There are men like that.
Cowards. Cowards who steal other men's lasses when other men are overseas.
He is not dead.
What?
I think you have only wounded him.
Only wounded him, but...
In the shoulder, see?
But I shot him twice with each of these pistols.
And you hit him twice, see? One in each shoulder.
As I meant to.
Oh, truly.
Truly what?
He was a coward.
And yet you loved him.
I did not know he was a coward.
What'll you do now?
Robbie.
Aye.
Robbie boy.
Aye.
Oh, how sweet it is that you are home.
Sweet for whom?
I close my eyes and I'm in your arms again.
Now open them. What do you see?
You apart from me.
As it will always be. As... Your love cries out, Glynis.
He's hardly scratched.
For a coward grievously hurt. Go to him, my girl. Bend to him. Heal him.
The power of public opinion in Inverkeithing was as strong then as it is now. A wedding day had been set on Good Charlie Kensington's day, and a wedding there was. Glynis MacFarland and the schoolteacher Henry Stenhouse, the latter worthy on a litter. And what of Robbie Boy Balfour? He was a hero, a man who had avenged his honor, who had come out of Spain unscathed by the dangers there, had come home to find his beloved in another's arms, and had known what to do. And now, at the schoolteacher's house, now that he had a wife...
Spoon me my gruel, wife.
Henry,
Aye?
it was forced upon us, you know.
What was?
Our marriage. The folk could not have tolerated the severing of our vows.
I know it. The gruel, lass, that gruel.
Henry, I cannot love a coward. I cannot.
Oh, who else will you love?
Him. Only him, Robbie boy. Him.
Glynis! Glynis, don't leave me. Glynis! Come back! Come back!
And I cannot stay with him.
He's your husband.
Oh.
Your husband, chosen by you.
Robbie boy.
Aye.
Go to him.
For what reason?
Finish him.
Kill him, you mean?
You started to do that.
Aye. Aye, that's so.
Then do it. Go and put another bullet in him.
I tell you a thing.
Aye.
You're wild, Glynis. Your heart's a stone that snuggles into the gorse, and yet...
Yet what?
I can't live without you.
Open! Open the door!
She was seen entering, she was. Glynis Stenhouse, wife to schoolmaster.
She is here, what of it?
I must see her.
Glynis, that's the surgeon of Inverkeithing, and he wishes words.
What will you, surgeon?
There was a screeching and a yelling about, and a neighbor entered into your house to see what the matter was. Your husband it was, your husband of one day. In a delirium he was, and I've come to tell you.
We'll give to him what potions are necessary. I'll come presently.
He needs only prayers.
What?
He lies a-dying, only a miracle can save him.
But it was only a shoulder wound.
He got out of bed to fetch the bowl of haggis and slipped. Infection immediately set in. He lies a-dying. Your husband lies a-dying.
Now, this might have looked like a happy turn of fate for Glynis and Robbie Boy.
Oh, what a happy turn of fate this is for us.
Glynis certainly thought so.
Aye, it is.
Robbie thought so, too. So, when Glynis went home to her husband...
He are dying, Henry.
Hold the quilt to me, Glynis, for I'm shivering.
Twill do you good. The quilt will overheat you.
While back at Robbie's house, he had some news.
It's my duty to tell it to you, Robbie boy, Robbie lad.
Tell me what, Judge?
As judge of the county, I'm telling you what's true.
Tell me what, Judge?
Though we may admire you for what you done.
Shooting Henry Stenhouse.
Though we may admire you for defending your honor. There's a law, Robbie boy. There's a law, Robbie lad.
What law?
That death goes with death.
What are you saying, Judge?
That death goes with death. An English law. And now we're one with England, our law, too. If Henry Stenhouse dies, then he'll be dying of his wounds. If Henry Stenhouse dies, he'll be dying because you put them there.
Oh. Therefore...
You're standing trial for his dying.
Oh, now out of my way, Judge.
Oh, where are you going, Robbie boy? Where are you going, Robbie lad?
To see the schoolmaster. Tell him a thing.
Not to die?
Not to die. So out of my way. If apologies will keep you alive, schoolmaster, I apologize. If humbling myself before you will keep you alive, I humble myself. Stay alive. Spring in Scotland, the most beauteous time. Stay alive. There's music to be heard in the land. Stay alive. The sounds of the seasons to be heard and the colours to be seen. Oh, now, it'd be foolish to die. And for a man of such learning as you, for a young man such as you, stay alive. That's the word. It did not be fair to those of us who love it. It did not be fair to leave an emptiness in...
Robbie boy.
He looks better, doesn't he?
He's dead.
Robbie boy? Robbie lad?
Aye.
You're under arrest. Robert Balfour, the jury, by the plurality of voices, having found it proven that you did discharge a pistol against Mr. Henry Stenhouse, and that Mr. Stenhouse did die within 2 days of the day he was wounded, then are you adjudged prisoner, and you will be beheaded at the Cross of Edinburgh on the 7th of May, 1710, and ordained of all your goods.
Thank you, jailer. Robbie boy. Awake now, Robbie. 'Tis your love, and come to visit you to give you comfort. It's pale and drawn you are. Even in this poor light I can see.
No one man expects to look healthy on the eve of his beheading.
I have a plan, Robbie.
What?
A plan.
What do you mean?
For your escape.
Oh, you're daft.
I'm daft with love for you.
Then being daft, why do you talk of plan?
Listen, it's a good plan.
There's no plan to get me out of this prison.
There's a way to do it.
What way?
Tell me this. Where is the jailer? Look past my shoulder and tell me where he is.
Aye. As in the corridor at his supper.
Then keep the talk flowing and make laughter or tears, whatever suits your fancy. Yet only do what I do.
Very well.
Talk.
I heard the song. The melody I cannot sing yet. Goes like this. Bonnie Charles is now away, safely o'er the bounding sea. Many's the heart that'll break at twilight if he doesn't come home again.
What?
I don't know what else to say.
Babble, then.
This I want to say to you, nor is it babble. I love you true. You're comely and you're worthy of a loving.
What does the jailer do?
Oh, he sups.
Are you ready?
Aye.
Then I'll call to him. Jailer, I wish to leave. I will meet you in Aberdeen by Auntie Bledho's there.
Aye.
Now, here's what happened. While they were talking, they changed clothes. And, dressed in Glynis's clothes from tartan to tam, Robbie Boy walked out of jail. The switch wasn't discovered until the next morning when the headsman came in the cell to take his victim to the block.
I'm not a Robbie Boy. I'm Glynis, and you can't cut my head off.
But she was wrong, as wrong can be. She was ignorant of an old Scottish law. If a body help a body escape a felony, a body then must stand in a body's stead, and ignorance is no excuse. That finished Glynis. The authorities looked for Robbie all over Scotland. They left no stone unturned, but didn't find him because at the very time they were looking...
Yo te amo.
In Spain.
Yo te amo too, Carmen.
Robbie Boy. Sadder, but wiser.
In just a moment, Thomas Hyland will tell you about next week's Crime Classic. Robbie Balfour, tonight's Crime Classic, was adapted from the original court reports and newspaper accounts by Morton Fine and David Friedkin. The music was composed and conducted by Bernard Herrmann. And the program is produced and directed by Elliott Lewis. Thomas Hyland is portrayed on radio by Lou Merrill. In tonight's story, Ben Wright was heard as Robbie, Betty Harford as Glynis, and William Johnstone as Henry. Featured in the cast were Virginia Gregg, Steve Roberts, and Norman Field. Bob Lamont speaking. Here again is Thomas Hyland.
Next week, St. Petersburg, Russia, in the year 1801. The river Neva was frozen solid that year, but if you cut a hole in the ice, it was a marvelous place for a girl to put the suffocated corpse of an officer. It's listed in my files as The General's Daughter, The Tsar's Lieutenant, and The Linen Closet, a Russian tragedy. Thank you. Good night.
Jack Benny of CBS Radio will be on hand again this Sunday evening, wistful for Waukegan, boastful about Beverly Hills, violating all rules for violin playing, daring all to deduct $1 from his tight grasp. Jack's magic turns it all into some of the finest comedy on radio. Be listening for our Jack Benny show this Sunday evening and share it with the whole family. Lionel Barrymore's Radio Hall of Fame is great Sunday night drama on the CBS Radio Network.